The 5-minute challenge. I was given the challenge, prove to me God exists, but you only have 5 minutes. And there were some rules to this. Number one, it has to be within 5 minutes. I have a short attention span. You cannot make an appeal to any religious text. None of the Bible says so, or the Quran says so, or whatever religious text says so. It cannot be an appeal to feeling or subjective ideas. You cannot say, I know in my heart, or I have a gut feeling he exists. It must be logical. That is, it cannot violate the rules of logic. It cannot contradict reality. It cannot contradict itself, etc. Number 5, Joe on the street must be able to understand. It should not be so technical that you can hide behind all the technical language. So I ask for just one thing. You must think. After I do my presentation, take time to think it through and notice how everything flows. Don't just cut it out. So the 5-minute challenge starts now. The universe is there. All we have to do is to look into the night sky and we see that it is there. The philosopher Martin Heidegger asked the question this way: why is there something rather than nothing? Another way to think about the question is, there is a bunch of stuff out in the universe. Where did it come from and why is it there? The universe is there. So first we can see that something is there. We can experience that something is there. It can be measured and tested, at least within the limits of our technology. Second, we are faced with a big question. How did it get there? There are two possibilities. Number one, it has always been there, or it had a beginning. Fortunately, we do not have to guess at what to do next. We do not have to recreate the wheel. There was a really smart Islamic philosopher who lived way back in the 1100s. His name was Abu Hadid Muhammad ibn Muhammad at-Tusi al-Ghazali. Lucky for us, we just have to call him al-Ghazali for short. What al-Ghazali developed was the Kalam cosmological argument. Stated this way: every being which begins has a cause for its beginning. Now the world is a being which begins. Therefore, it possesses a cause for its beginning. Dr. William Lane Craig has restated it this way. Number one, whatever begins to exist has a cause. Number two, the universe began to exist. Number three, therefore, the universe has a cause. The current cosmological model for the universe scientifically shows us that the universe had a beginning. It is called the Big Bang. 13.7 to 14.5 billion years ago, that something that was there of Heidegger's suddenly happened. So, step one is done. If the universe is infinite and has always existed, we would never get to today because we would have to travel through an infinite amount of time to get here. And this is simply absurd. Real, actual infinities do not exist. Only abstract infinities exist. What caused the Big Bang? One possible choice is that it was a quantum fluctuation within the seething quantum field that suddenly exploded, and all that is came from that explosion. Well, the problem is this: where did the quantum field come from? It has to come from somewhere, but if you say that it came from nothing, you still have a problem. The fluctuation either came from somewhere or it came from nothing. Nothing is simply that, no thing. A quantum vacuum is still a thing, so nothing can create nothing. Those fluctuations had to come from somewhere, and the Big Bang tells us that they started at a specific point in time. The universe began to exist. With just a bit of thought, it is readily clear that the universe did, in fact, have a definite beginning in space and time. All the cosmological evidence that can be empirically tested points to a specific event, the beginning of the universe. Therefore, the universe has a cause. Something created the universe. Nothing could not have done it. The universe could not have created itself. That is absurd because it would have to have existed before it created itself. The only choice is that whatever created the universe had to be outside of the universe itself. It had to be more powerful than the entire universe combined. It had to have knowledge and reasoning to have created the universe. The universe is in the natural realm. By definition, it is nature. It is within itself, i.e., anything inside the universe is part of the natural realm. Since it cannot create itself, its cause must be outside of nature. That is, its cause has to be supernatural. Therefore, the universe has a cause. Whomever created the universe must have the power or reason to have created a universe that has a purpose. The laws of nature are purposeful. The being must be omniscient. Whoever created the universe must have the powers greater than the universe. So universe measurements, the creator must be all-powerful. Whoever created the universe is outside the universe, so the being must be able to see the entire universe at once. So the being is omnipresent. The universe needs a creator and a necessary being that is supernatural, beyond the natural realm and time itself. Therefore, this sounds like God.